Hello again, this is Gianfranco Moreno from the EFWA team. The SQL Server Management Studio finished downloading, so we're going to install it. Right click, run as administrator. And we're going to click install. There's nothing much to set up there, so we should be good. So the next thing that we're going to do while we wait for this to finish is to create the second solution, which is going to be the web API. So we're going to click new project, and we're going to go again and create a second solution. We're going to call it EFWA, and then web API. We're going to click yes. It's going to ask us if we want to save the previous project, and it's going to unload the current solution, and it's going to start creating the next one. So our new solution for the web API has been created. So what we're going to do now is going to right click on the solution, add new project, and we're going to go and click Net Core again, ASP.NET Core Web Application, but this time it's going to be the web API. So we're going to call it EFRT web API. We're going to put we're going to call this just API, which is a project template for creating an ASP.NET Core application with an example controller for a RESTful HTTP service. So why don't we pick this instead of this? It's actually the same thing, but this is this has a specific example for a RESTful HTTP service, and this is just a web application. So we're going to click OK. And it's going to start adding the dependencies. The controller there's no views, just the controller. And this controller has actually examples of RESTful calls. We're going to close it, and then we're going to add a second solution, which is going to be we're going to add the second project, which is going to be the entities project. It's going to be a class library.NET Core. We're going to call it entities. And click OK. We're going to close this class. It's not going to be used right now. And we're going to create the final layer, which is going to be the data access layer. Right click on the solution, add new project, and it's going to be another class library.NET Core, and we're going to call it data access. So this is it for this project. The last thing that we're going to do this, and we're going to do the same thing on the other project, is adding the references. So the EFWA web API needs a reference to the entities layer and the data access layer. So what we're going to do is going to right click, and then we're going to click add, and then reference. And we're going to click data access and entities from projects solution. We're going to click OK. And we're going to do the same thing for data access, but data access only needs a reference to the entities layer. So we're going to click add, reference, and then we're just going to click entities. Okay, and then we're done. Now the web API solution, like the skeleton of the solution, it's ready. So we're going to close that application, the solution, sorry. We're going to save all the changes. And we're going to open back the effort solution because we need to do two more things. We're going to add to this solution two of the layers for which the EFWA needs to communicate. We're going to add the entities layer from the web API solution and the web API solution from that previous solution. So we're going to right click on solution and we're going to go to add existing project. And we're going to go to the location where our solution is located. This is the web API. We're going to click first entities, and we're not going to click the Visual C# project file entities. And we're going to do the same thing for the web API project. We're going to go to effort web API again, and that's it. So we just have added to our effort solution the web API for direct access and the entities layer, which are going to be shared between the EFWA and the web API solutions. So we just need to add the references, and for the EFWA we need to add two references. We need to reference business and entities. Okay, and then for business we need to add just one reference, the entities, and that's it. We're going to save all the changes, and that's it for the two solutions, the EFWA project or the web application solution and the effort web API solution, which is going to be basically handling the RESTful HTTP services. So we're going to go and close this solution, and finally the only solution missing would be the database. Since we need to work on version control for the database, what we're going to do is we're going to create a database project. So we're going to create another Visual Studio solution, and we're going to call it effort data. We're going to click OK, and we're going to add a new project. For this project, we're going to go to SQL Server, and we're going to click SQL Server Database Project, and we're going to call that project effort database. We're going to make it simpler, just DB, and we're going to click OK. We're going to go back to Management Studio. It's almost done. It takes a long time to do it. So setup completed. We're going to close, and that's it. So while this project is loading, we're going to go and check that out. So we have Microsoft SQL Server 2017, and we have all the different small applications that are here. We're just going to need to go to Microsoft SQL Server Tools, and from there we're going to open the Servers Management Studio. So the database application finished loading. So this is going to be just the project that is going to handle the database. I'm going to continue on the next video. Thank you.